Let's explore the world of database design patterns, specifically focusing on document relationships. We will be comparing embedded documents versus references. These are two fundamental strategies for managing how documents relate to each other in a NoSQL database. Let's understand document embedding. Document embedding involves storing related data directly within a document, typically as nested objects or arrays. This approach creates a denormalized structure, meaning that you might duplicate some data to keep related information together. For example, here's a user document with embedded addresses. The user document with the ID user123 contains the name John Doe, and the addresses field holds an array of address objects. Each address object includes details like the type, which could be home, the street address, which is 123 Main Street, and the city, which is Boston. Embedding allows you to retrieve all this information with a single query. Let's take a look at document references. Document references involve storing references, that is IDs, to related documents in separate collections. This maintains a normalized data structure, similar to relational databases. For example, in the user's collection, a document with the ID user123 has a name John Doe and an array of address IDs. The address IDs array contains the ID address 456. In the addresses collection, a document with the ID address 456 has the type home and the street 123 Main Street. With references, you need to perform additional queries or joins to retrieve the related address information, but it avoids data duplication. Let's discuss when to use embedding. Embedding is a great choice when number 1, the data is always accessed together. If you frequently need to retrieve related data along with the main document, embedding can reduce the number of queries. Number 2, there's a one-to-few relationship. Embedding works well when a document has a small number of related items. Number 3, the child data rarely changes. If the embedded data doesn't change often, it minimizes the need for updates across multiple documents. Number 4, the document size stays reasonable. Embedding is suitable when the document size remains manageable. For example, a blog post with embedded comments, where the comments are always displayed with the post and are typically limited in number, is a perfect use case for embedding. Let's see when to use references. References are ideal when, number 1, there are many-to-many relationships. When multiple documents can be related to multiple other documents, references provide a flexible way to manage these relationships. Number 2, there's large or frequently changing data. If the related data is large or changes frequently, references avoid duplicating this data across multiple documents. Number 3, the data is accessed independently. If the related data is often accessed on its own, references allow you to retrieve it without loading the main document. Number 4, there is a need for data consistency. References help maintain data consistency by storing data in a single location. For example, user profiles with categories that are shared across multiple users is a perfect use case for references, as categories can be managed and updated independently of user profiles. Let's compare the performance of embedding versus references. When it comes to embedding, the read performance is excellent. A single query retrieves all the data, but the storage can be less efficient. Data duplication increases the overall size of the database. Updates can be more complex because they require updating multiple documents if the embedded data changes. On the other hand, with references, the read performance might be slower since multiple queries or joins might be needed to retrieve all the data. The storage is more efficient, since the data is normalized and there is no duplication. Updates are typically simpler because you only need to update a single document. In summary, embedding favors read performance at the cost of storage and update complexity, while references optimize storage and update simplicity, but may require more complex read operations. Let's explore some real-world examples. For embedding, consider blog posts and comments, where comments are always displayed with the posts and are rarely shared. Another example is an order and line items, where items belong to one order and are typically accessed together. Finally, a user profile and settings, where settings are user-specific and loaded with the profile, is a good use case for embedding. For references, examples include users and roles, where roles are shared across many users. Products and categories, where categories are managed independently, is also a good example. And students and courses, which represents a many-to-many relationship with independent access, is best managed with references. Let's use a simple decision framework to guide your choice. Start with the question, how should I model this relationship? Then ask, is the data always accessed together, and is it a one-to-few relationship? If the answer to both questions is yes, use embedding. If the answer to either question is no, use references. This framework helps you balance the trade-offs between read performance, storage efficiency, and update complexity. If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.